Welcome to United Social Television, guys. It's been a long day, and we've not really been here to see to it that we bring you stories. But thank God we are back big and better today. Remember, yesterday we did a watch along and a match reaction of Manchester United being beaten by a team known as Istanbul, and us be us losing to such a team known as Istanbul really did a lot of harm to the fans of Manchester United, and we are really, really, really down to see to it that Manchester United really saw itself lose two consecutive games. Remember, we first lost to Arsenal over the weekend. After losing to Arsenal, we went ahead to Istanbul and really lost in a very stupid way. Two goals conceded by Manchester United, stupid goals, as you all saw. They are really stupid, stupid, stupid goals, and I think even Ole came out on the game after the game, and he really complained about it, about how these Manchester United defenders gave out two easy goals through stupid mistakes, and you just know that Ole really is on fire right now as things stand. Lots of news is in, and the big story is that Manchester United, that is a man known as Ed Woodward, has contacted the presidency, or the former Tottenham Hotspur manager, that is Pochettino, and he is really talking to him for the job. So this is really bad news that comes in on social, because it's really shameful if at all a manager in the levels of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is being disrespected by by the board. The board is really doing something bad, because Ole has not been backed during Ole was not backed during transfer the transfer of Manchester United, the transfer in the summer, and now you see the board really coming in to say that they really want to sack him because they never got him the players he wanted. And who are those players that Ole wanted? Ole wanted a player by the names of Upamecano to play into the central defense. Then he wanted a player known as Jadon Sancho, and he was not given to him. And Jack Grealish never came. For the case of Jack Grealish was settled because they brought in Danny Van Beek. And when you look at what Manchester United is doing right now on the board, they are really turning around Ole, and they've started to talk to a player, to a manager known as Pochettino, a former manager of Tottenham Hotspur, of which I think Pochettino is not really the the problem of Manchester United, or is not going to solve the problem of Manchester United, according to me, because United has very many problems, guys, and I think it's beyond the manager, because ever since Manchester United really lost its manager, or sorry, lost all ever since Alex Ferguson retired as a Manchester United manager, he went ahead to really see to it that he advises the board to bring in David Moyes as his successor, and he was called the chosen one. And being called the chosen one, that is David Moyes, he never even accomplished the season. The other manager that came in was Louis Van Gaal. The other was Jose Mourinho, and this one is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And Ryan Giggs really came in to sit into the the game, into the manager of Manchester United when a manager known as David Moyes was sacked. And I think he coached the last all 5 or 6 games of the season, and then he was put on the board of Louis Van Gaal, who was brought in as a Manchester United manager after the World Cup of 2014. So those managers have been sacked. Close to 3 managers have been sacked by Ed Woodward, and nothing is changing. And you can't tell me that all these managers have been sacked are the problem. And I think the problem goes back to Ed Woodward, the person who is pioneering the sacking of these managers, because you can't tell me that a manager who goes by the names of Jose Mourinho is not really a manager that can really bring results to Manchester United, provided he has been given the right signings he wanted. The same applies to Louis Van Gaal. For example, for the reason of Louis Van Gaal, these are the players he had put on his list that really the board failed to give him. One, the first player was Sadio Mane in Southampton, and you see what Sadio Mane is doing in Liverpool. The other player was Firmino in Germany, who was doing wonders, and the man really wanted him. And the board really failed to provide the manager with that player. The other player was Fabinho, the player that is playing for Liverpool. All those three players are the reason as to why Liverpool is what it is right now into the Premier League as we see, guys. So I think the problem is not the manager, not not Mourinho, not Louis Van Gaal, not Ole is the problem of Manchester United. Even if we let Ole go and bring in Pochettino, I think the same things are going to stay happening. Poch will come in, have a first wonderful season, and he won't be back the next season, and he will be crap. So that's something that I really want to let you guys, and you should know it because Jose Mourinho came out and said that Manchester United and the board are really not backing him. And that resulted into his sacking because the board really saw it as something bad for Mourinho to go in the news and really dispose them. But as per now, I think it's something that is boiling up. One, I'm really also concerned about Ole. I think he's the reason as to why he's leading to his sacking. Because if I were Ole, I would have always played my best side each and every game I'm playing. And I think tactically he really gets it wrong somewhere, somehow. Because when you look at how Manchester United played yesterday against a team known as Istanbul in Turkey, you just ask yourself, why does the manager really go up for a side that cannot get him a win? He knows he has his two soldiers, that is Freddie and Scott McTominay, because this game was really crucial for Oli to win. But he benched them and brought Scott McTominay in at halftime. But he really went for a loss, and really United lost against a team known as Istanbul 2-0, 2-1 shamefully. And this is what Ole said when the game ended. He said, it's not easy to be positive now when you've lost the way we did, but we have a chance on Saturday morning against Everton to get going again. Now, that's what Ole said, that they have a chance against Everton to get going again. Now, my big question is one. You guys, do you trust the Manchester United players? When you look at the way the Manchester United players are playing, it's like they really don't like the club. It's like they don't like the club, guys. That's how they are playing. I looked at them. Remember, United conceded its goal, the first goal, in the 13th minute of the first half. And guess what? It took United to get its first shot on target in the entire game after 30 minutes. And that was when Anton Martial headed the ball into the back of the net from a well-brought-in cross of Luke Shaw. So this is what I want to tell you, that even the players are not helping Ole. Ole puts the players on the pitch, and you expect them that they will go out and do their work, but they are not doing it. And many people would say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not the right manager for the job. I might be 20% agreeing with you that Ole is not the right man for the job, but I really go out to you and tell you that if at all he's not the right man for the job, then who is the right man for the job? Because look at what Ole fielded yesterday, the players he fielded onto the pitch. Even against Arsenal, that was our dream team, that let Ole go for a diamond because it did well against the team as RB Leipzig, and the diamond really betrayed us again. And the players really did the same thing because Ole gave the players the best that we have. Look at again in the game against Istanbul, United reached an extent when it's having Marcus Rashford on the field, Anton Martial on the field, and Edson Cavani, and they couldn't get a shot on target when those three were on the field. So there is something really fishy that we really need to talk about. Is it the manager's tactics that are not really up to standards? Is it the players that really don't want you to take risk? Because you have players that can risk themselves with the ball, like the Antoine Martial's, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba came on, but he's a man that we know that can carry the ball, very energetic, take off players. He didn't do it in the entire game when he was brought on. So, guys, I don't know what you're thinking, but the Manchester United news have really come out and did a story today about Manchester United approaching Mauricio Pochettino about becoming the manager of Manchester United. And this has all been leaked after Manchester United lost to a team known as Istanbul in Turkey and their loss against Arsenal. But I think the board is doing something wrong because doing shows like you don't have trust in the manager of Manchester United. And it's something that really worries me because Ole has the players and give him time. The board failed to back him with the players he wanted. They brought him the players that he never wanted. And now, guess what? You want to sack him or give him a sack. Why did you give him a sack yet never backed him? Give him a chance, as you did to Louis Van Gaal, because Louis Van Gaal was sacked at the end of the season. Because Ole, I go into this game of Everton knowing that Ole is going to turn things around as he did the previous season. Because Everton will come. I think they're not going, even if they sit behind, I think we are going to be a threat at Everton. United is going to throw itself at Everton, and I think we are going to win this game. Although very many people really think that Manchester United are really are really are really going to lose against Everton, and they're saying they should sack Ole even before the Everton game, but that is impossible. And trust me, even I think even if Manchester United loses to team known as Everton, Ole will still be having his job. I tweeted something on Twitter, on my Twitter handle, and I told you guys that I tagged very many channels in here. And I told guys that I think Ole is going to have his job until the end of the season. That's what I'm really thinking because I know he's really going to come in and win some more games for Manchester United, and that will see him pass through this this November and December. If at all he goes through November with wins, trust me, he's going nowhere. And I think he will even go past Christmas and past the season. If at all reaches January when the manager of Manchester United, he's going to do the entire season, and that's my prediction. I think Ole is really going to be the manager of Manchester United until the end of this season, and I think he's going to be here because he's blessed. What leads in each and everything into this career, everything that we do in life, it's all about blessing. And if at all you are blessed, you really see things coming your way. And I think Ole has been a blessed manager. I remember last season after losing to Burnley, we thought he was going to be sacked because he had really got a lot of losses from Manchester United. He had registered very many of them, and we really thought he was going to be sacked. And guess what happened? He started to win and he brought in a player known as Bruno Fernandes. And United, ever since Bruno came in, we played that entire season without losing to any of those teams. So I think Ole might do a very big turnaround against Everton. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Because remember, this is what Manchester United had went through when the sacking of Ole really came to a near. They had it was in November last year. That's when all these sacking points really started to come up after United went ahead and lost to Bournemouth on the 2nd of November 2019. And after United losing to Bournemouth 2019, November 2019, rumors really came in. He went ahead to play Partizan. He scored three. He beat Brighton by 3 goals to 1. He drew with Sheffield. Remember that dramatic comeback of Manchester United. He won against Aston. He drew against Aston Villa. He won against Tottenham. He lost against Man City. He drew against Everton. He he lost. This is when really things heat up. After 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 drawing against Everton, he lost to Watford by 2 goals. Remember that De Gea Hola. He won against Newcastle 4-1. Remember that game is when Paul Pogba came back and he went back to injury. He lost. He won against Burnley 2-0. Arsenal, we lost to Arsenal 2-0. You remember? You remember against Arsenal, and that's when a man known as Bruno Fernandes came and really things started to turn around against the team known as Wolves. And that was all for you really promised to be given a sack, but the sack really never got to happen because he really had had turned things around. And if you feel like you want to join my live, there is a link I've posted into my live chat. You can click that link and you can really join me here on United States Television and really discuss issues as far as Ole Ole's sack is concerned, and Manchester United approaching a man known as Pochettino. Ole was asked whether he feared for his job after the 2-1 reverse in Istanbul and replied, I decline to comment on such a thing. Of course, it's early on and opinions are out there all the time. You've got to stay strong. I'm employed by the club to do a job, and I do that to the best of my ability with my staff. Pochettino, remember, declared his intention to return to the managerial role during an appearance on Monday Night Football this week. He said, I'm always ready to do, I'm always ready to go again and be involved into the game. It's not stress when you are working. It's not stress going into training ground to prepare the match and compete. I hope to go back soon so we can start again to work. I'm looking forward to being back into the game. I love this game, but it's difficult. We are inside and working on doing things. That's reality. So the man known as Pochettino really came up really at the Monday Night Football and really saying he's ready to come back for the job and he can't wait to play. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer agreed a contract with his parent club Molde in early December, so the Norwegian side would be entitled to a compensation fee when Ole moved to Manchester. Molde received two separate installments of £500,000, really £500,000 from Manchester United for Solskjaer's caretaker and permanent manager appointment. So that's what Molde really achieved after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was appointed the Manchester United manager. But you're the one in the comment section and tell me what you think. Manchester United really approaching a man known as Pochettino for the managerial role of Manchester United. Do you think they are doing this justice to Ole? That's the question I leave behind to you, all the people watching in here on United Street Television as we really jet into this. I'm Rokan for United Street Television. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do really upload this channel on a daily. And trust me, out for now, but tomorrow we are going to be having a marathon of videos, close to 5 videos in a day, and we are really talking about Manchester United versus Everton. Is it always last game for Manchester United? And many more things that are going really to come on. Thank you guys for watching in. I'm Rokan for United Street Television. See you later in all